how did this begin?
You want the real story? When I turned 18, I started playing with heroin, and I got real bad into it. And did something to my family that I'm not very proud of. They can't have me in the house. They just trust level is gone. So, I got locked up a couple times. I ended up going to the penitentiary. I did 18 months in a penitentiary called Shawnee, which is down on the southern tip of Illinois. It's about 12 hours away from here. And then when I got released, I got out about 6 months ago, and I tried to stay on the straight and narrow. I tried to do what I had to do, make things right. Things fell off, and I ended up just coming out here one day and saying, I didn't even mean to, but I don't know, it's easier out here. So.
I was formerly a residential aide for Tab West, which was a shelter under the development of Inner Voice. My experience there was a very humbling and eye-opening experience. I was definitely one of those people who had this prejudging theory that homeless people could do better, and they just they were either on drugs or something. And working there, having to do the intake, which required me to know how they ended up living in the shelter. It was humbling to find out that the cliche that people use, one paycheck away from being homeless, is very true. A lot of the residents had that story, where they were either employed, they got sick for some reason, or were hospitalized for a certain time, and they lost their jobs, thus, rendered them homeless. And family, I worked at a family shelter, so we had entire families, parents and children. And so there was this one particular family, a mother, father, and 7 children. The apartment that they were living in, the landlord sold the building from up under their feet, and they had no place to go, and they did not have the financial means to relocate, so they ended up in the shelter. And so we had this one gentleman who was a veteran. He had been discharged from service, and he had a little girl. She was with him because the mother didn't want her. He was previously married, but he didn't have a place to live, couldn't find a job, and he ended up in the shelter. We did eventually find him housing. We collaborated with his VSR, who helped us find him housing and get his daughter in school. So that's just a typical story again of not knowing a person's status as to why they ended up homeless.